What's going on, everybody? I am here at the 250th YCS, and I am graced by Mr.
Sam Adani.
And congratulations, you finished in top 64. This wonderful 12-round event, the 250th event, man. How do you feel?
Man, I'm out of words because my last top was all the way in 2015. And it was very skill intensive format compared to these ones nowadays. But I say, I'm out of words. It's an iconic event, 250th, and I played a deck I only played for 1 week actually. I never played this deck before, so I only played it in 2 locals and that's it. And
wow.
no play tested with nobody. So,
all right, man. So before we get into it, do you have any shout outs?
Shout outs to my team, Ozone. Shout out to Zohair, he's one of my teammates in that one. Eric Meadows, our team leader. Let's see. Shout out to all my friends, including yourself, Nikolai,
Bless,
Kirksey, Khalif, my girlfriend Sharda. I think I'm not thinking of other people to shout out right now, but shout out to my family, I guess, too, even they don't know nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
So let's get into it.
Yeah. That's it. All right. So standard is the 3 unicorn. Everybody knows that one, right? I'll keep the 1-offs later. 3 Fenrir, and the 1 Rise Art, and the 1 Scareclaw Cash, and that. The second one sometimes came up, but I feel like with the way I was playing my deck, I really didn't need this card too much, so if it did get banished from the Diabolus, which most people did not Diabolus me as much, unless they were playing a crossout build, but I didn't play against anybody like that. They were going to Rise Hard Pass, I think, and for me, actually, this event, I did not go Rise Hard Pass as much, as funny as it sounds. I actually ended with, my end board was usually these guys. I would just, here's the thing, they have to break through a lot, right, just to get through this, but I would usually just keep these guys. And I would not go into a Rise Hard because usually I'm going to fall into Nib and stuff, but usually these guys were enough, and that's not way different play style, I know. It's something that most people are not used to, but I just basically ended my board like this. And with a couple traps, like Book of Moon and preparations and stuff like that. And usually 1 Kashtira banish. So, yeah, that's my reasoning for playing the way I play. So that's just the cash monsters, and then he played the 2. We're gonna explain engines real fast. Preparation and Big Bang. I don't think you need more than 1 because when you go second, these cards aren't the best. Maybe in the Kashmir I would consider a second one because there's been times where some of the people want to go overkill and they summon Shangri-La and all that stuff, and usually if they leave one of your spell and trap zones unlocked, you can just set this and I kind of basically break their board because you obviously know you're not going to be able to summon anything because they're going to just banish it and stuff, so just best to just a Big Bang and just equalize the board. I will consider this card at 2, but 1 was fine. Let's see. Yeah, I'll actually get the engines too. So 3 Theosis, 3 planets, and 3 of these guys. I think that's it for the cash cards. Yeah, that's it. So those are the power spells, obviously, for this deck. You need 3 birth because of the grind game. You really need this card as much. I was thinking about playing this at 2, but there was just too many times I missed the 3rd one. Because if it got banished from the top of my deck, because some people do Diabolus, that messed me over. So I actually just did decide to play 3. So 3 planet, 3 this, 3 that. Spell cards. Let's see, Terraforming, along with the 3 planets, obviously. 3 Prosperity, 3 Lance, and 3 Book. No Eclipse. Yeah.
How'd you feel about not playing Eclipse?
I think personally, it got Ash too much. Whenever I would want crack the board, it just get hit by Ash, And personally, I feel like other cards were just better for me than Eclipse. I never came to a point where I've missed it actually, because like there's just the disadvantage of like the against Ash, and then if I can't beat their board because they had their own books and stuff, like Book of Moon or their own Eclipse, and if I couldn't clear their board, then they ended up drawing a lot of cards and just you lose the game right there, you know?
True.
So yeah, I think personally, I'll show another card in my deck that I end up just going into three of after side deck, and that'll make more sense to you on why I played no Eclipse. Let's see, traps, hand traps, I should say. So hand traps, we got 3 Imperm, 3 Nib, and 3 Ash. That's it for the hand traps. Like I didn't think all those other hand traps were needed, really, like Ghost Mourner and Moon Chill, Effect Wailer, and all those. Effect Wailer was kind of bad anyways because of Rise Heart, you know, a lot of times. So I mean, I think personally I didn't need more than these hand traps, like because like I wanted to keep my deck at 40, so even if I wanted to like try a few, I didn't go for it because I played enough defensive cards with Book and Lance and stuff, you know. So yeah, that's the hand traps, and then just the one of Magic card that actually won me a lot of my matches too. The one evenly matched.
The Saki one of.
The Saki one of. It is a 3 of, and the game 2s and 3s, and yeah, like in going forward, I think I would continue playing this card at least, maybe 1 or 2. But this card was insane. Actually, it's even insane in the Kashmir because like a lot of people are just ending with just Rise Heart and like couple back rows, and then you can just go evenly matched and just clear everything, like 6-7 cards out of this card, you know, sometimes because they don't play around it, you know. So I would consider maybe playing 2. That's actually the reason why I didn't play Eclipse too, because I didn't think I needed Eclipse when I could just evenly match the whole board.
Okay.
I mean, if they were gonna Shangri-La lock 5 zones, then you were probably not gonna be able to play Eclipse anyways, right? You're not gonna play Eclipse. So personally, with the known strategy of people playing around Nib and respecting Nib, I think this was the way to go. Yes. You want to do side or extra?
No, we'll go through them.
Extra.
No, extra.
If you are interested in getting a ticket,
Actually, funny enough, the token, Patrick Owen, yeah, he actually, I got it signed from him, the UDS token before, and I lost him in top 64, so congrats to him. Let's see.
we will
Extra
be
deck.
opening up the line to obtain tickets.
So I'll do the Kashtira monsters first.
20.
So we got 3
That is in a little
Rise
over
Hearts,
10 minutes. For those of you that are interested in
2
getting a ticket
Shangri-Las.
for our final autograph session of the weekend.
That's just for I was thinking 3rd one would come up sometimes for like a space issue, you know, so I didn't play 3rd. Just in the grind games sometimes, and I think I liked it.
20.
Another XY, we'll go with the XYZs. Draco Sack, Big Eye, obviously. I was thinking I would have played 2, but a space issue. Diabolus, obviously, you know. Didn't make him like a lot. Like I said, my deck was more like summon 4 monsters, or sometimes going to a Rise Heart, depending on what my hand is, you know. 2 Zeus, because if they do banish it, then you do need a second one to clear their board. So some people fell into the trap a lot, and I do advise that. I actually fell into a trap myself against Poe in round 8. You shouldn't activate Shangri-La if you don't have any defense to prevent yourself from getting hit by this card, because it's easy for this deck to just get wiped out by Zeus if you activate Shangri-La and you just have a Lance set. If you don't have Bulk or Imperm, you should not probably go for this card, effect in standby phase. So unless you got a defense, like I said. Because then they can just go Kashtira Rise Heart, and then with the 2 materials, attack into any one of your defense guys, and then they just make Zeus and clear your board. So that happened to me in round 8. 1 Dark Arm. Then these guys, yeah, I played 1 Baron. I didn't make him a lot, but he did come up a few times for me, because most people see the strategy I did for this YCS was that most people sometimes see me go for a Rise Hard pass, and sometimes I do that 4 monster board depending on my hand. But when I go for a rise hard pass, I've seen a lot of people just go for the kaiju a lot, right? So when I feel safe about this, I just go for the ash, and I just summon this, and then I summon a massive board. So they usually side the kaiju against me, and it doesn't do anything. You know, they need kaiju and evenly, which I ran into once, unfortunately, in round 4. And then these guys. Your prosperity targets, and also like he's not a prosperity target. He's more for like when you get Nibiru'd. You need this if you nib them. So sometimes you need to like clear your board. In case people don't know how this works, you target their back row or one of their monsters. Pop.
Only monsters.
Yeah, monsters. Sorry, monsters. My fault. I never came up to back row. So pop their monster, and then yeah, just go for all your Kashtiras in your hand. That's the extra deck. Side deck. So that's the other 2 evenlies. Like I said, I did whenever I'm going second against Kashtira, I think most people don't play around this card that much because thinking that it's not that good. But I personally think it's insane against the people that do a rise hard pass. If they're doing the double lock, the 9-zone lock combo, you go for hand traps. You know, you just change it up a little bit. So yeah, the 2 evenly match. Was expecting Sprite, but I didn't play against any. So 3 Dark Ruler because they did just win Lima, and I didn't want to run into Sprite and not have something to full board clear them. So yeah, and any rogue decks too, those are always good. Harpies, so like for back row removal and stuff, with evenly of course. Gold cards, honestly. Against Des. I would go for the hand traps that I liked against Despia. I didn't play against any Despia, but this worked against other decks too. I played against Marine Cess actually, and this actually came up. Well, this was nice actually because negating their dive is a big thing, you know. And then the best card, I feel, Shifter. I see some people not play this card, but I think this is an essential card here. Like you really need this card against like any rogue deck. And also like just branded and stuff, they can't set up the gimmick puppet lock as effectively against this. You know, it's just crazy. This card's insane. And then finally my last spell card that I think I won most of my mirrors because of it. Then Econs.
That card's nuts.
Crazy. Econ's crazy. Usually like if I'm going second or going first, I keep this in because like there's times I get kaiju'd and stuff too, like so I just go Econ, and sometimes it does act as a good defensive card there because if you go Rise Hard Pass and they go Kaiju, then you can just Econ and steal their their Fenrir or whatever they're summoning, and if they don't usually have an extender, that's enough for that right there, you know. And of course, the best part about this card, you know, like when you're going second, it's crazy. Because like you can steal once they activate a Rise Heart to target one of your monsters or so, you steal their Rise Heart and then yeah, they just steal their Shangri-La and make a Rise Heart on top of it. You know, just so much place with this. Also, it was crazy against Sun Avalon too.
Nice. Well, congratulations. Hope to see you at Philly and get another one. All right.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate
Congrats.
it. Yeah.